Další koncert v cyklu Nocturna ve městě se uskutečnil v lednu v kostele svatého Václava. Vystoupil John Holland, Danielle Dudychová a William Shookhoff.
I feel very happy with everything. I thought we had a good mix of music. The audience seemed to enjoy everything, and I had a wonderful time singing here with the Nocturnes again. Yeah.
I had a great time singing here. Of course, this is such a wonderful group of people to be singing for, and I think the three of us, we love making music together, so this was a really special day for us.
We did our big Jacobin project in 2014, but before that, we actually met singing in Jenůfa.
I love Czech music. There's just something about it that kind of really strikes me in my heart. And I don't know if I could say that I have a favorite. I'm currently exploring a lot of Czech music. As you know, I did one aria by Zelenka, and so I've been working on a bunch of arias of his, and this is very new repertoire that there's so many composers to look at and examine, and also the Kapralova.
In 2013, I founded the Canadian Institute for Czech Music, and it's a group that promotes performance and research of Czech music in Canada. And for example, Jacobin was our first big project, and it had never been done in Canada, so we said, let's put it on in Canada. And through the Canadian Institute of Czech Music, we've worked with Opera by Request with Bill Shookhoff, and Danielle and I have worked together on projects such as these Nocturnes concerts. We also did a collaboration with the Orpheus Choir to do Dvořák's Requiem back in 2013 as well. And we have more projects planned for the future. We've both been very busy, so it's finding time to get them organized, but we have plans.
Czech and Russian are two of the harder languages. Italian and French for me would be the easiest, and I mean I love working in Czech and Russian. It's when you don't speak the language, you have to learn so much, and you have to work so hard to get all those consonants together before the vowels when you're singing, and still make it the line legato and singable.
Most voice teachers will be able to coach in Italian, German, French, things like that. There's not many that coach in Czech. Timothy Cheek, who is at the University of Michigan, he does that. I worked with a lady, Pani Papova, who is from Opava in the Czech Republic, and I worked with her for a couple weeks back in 2012, and wonderful little old lady. And I said, how do you do the words that have 3, 4, 5 consonants in a row? And she said, you have to find the hidden vowels in the consonants. So once we figured that out, it was easy. And then the other thing too is that she said, we were singing it all very dark and covered like it was Russian. And she goes, no. She goes, Italian vowels. And the moment that happened, Czech became so easy to sing, and it became such a beautiful sung language. So it's very comfortable for me now.
One of my most favorite performances was when I was singing the role of Musetta in La Bohème, and I was singing that actually in Bulgaria and right on the sea in Burgas.
At Stavovsky Divadlo, I sang Leporello in Don Giovanni and Mazzetto in Don Giovanni, and then this past summer was Figaro in Nozze di Figaro. So 3 Mozarts. I have sung. I sang the Vodnik aria at there as well, and one lady in the audience said, who was from the Czech newspaper, she said, he came out and he sang such beautiful Czech, I understood everything. I said, oh, great, thank you. It was a nice compliment. I was very happy to hear that. For so long, Prague was considered the conservatory of Europe. It was the music center of Europe. So I think Czechs have an intimate understanding of music, and it's very meaningful for them. Wonderful pianist, wonderful vocal coach, and just a tremendous musician. It's always a pleasure to work with Bill, and we've both worked with Bill many, many times, and it's always a pleasure to work with him. Yeah, wonderful guy.
He's incredibly patient, but he's also incredibly encouraging. And he has this way with all artists of all ages. He works with everyone and brings out the best in everyone. And he's a person that I would say he's one of the musicians who knows probably the most operas. If ever you need, to coach something and you can't find someone who knows the music, call Bill.
In Hispania son già 1003 van fra queste codeline cameriere cittadine van contesse e baronesse marchesane principesse e van d'ogni grado, d'ogni forma, d'ogni età,
I will be performing a recital. The date still has to be set, but it will be held at U of T, and it will be a program of all Czech music, starting in the Baroque period, and then probably ending with some Eben, actually. So Baroque all the way to almost present-day music.
The next thing I have is I'm doing De Rosenkavalier with Opera by Request, and that's in March. And then at the end of March, I'm doing Haydn's Creation Oratorio with the York University Choirs and I believe the University of Toronto Choirs. Being a singer in Canada is tough because it's a wonderful country for many things, but music is always, it seems like there's less opportunities. When you go to Europe, every place has an opera house and every place has recital series and such. So it can be tough here in Canada. You have to stay focused. It's very competitive, but you have to stay focused and you have to love what you do.
If it's something you love, you figure out how you can do it.